Hi my beautiful besties, I love you. Thank you for being here. So happy first month of 2023. I thought it'd be super fun to kind of start like a series off of monthly makeup favorites. I love watching videos. I feel like I used to watch YouTube all the time and I used to watch these type of videos all the time. So I know it's like early January, but I thought it would be fun to kind of show you like what my favorite makeup products are right now. And I will say that I'm very loyal to my makeup. Like once I find something, I'm a creature of habit. If I like it, I will like stick to it. So I think it'll be fun to kind of just look back and see what products I stick with and what products I pick up in this new year and like become a huge fan of. And I'm gonna go through the products as I would like my makeup routine. So I'm gonna start off with like favorite foundations and then do contour and stuff and just kind of go from there. So don't forget to subscribe because we are staying consistent this year. You can follow me on Instagram at @LilianaMadrigal_ and on TikTok at LilyMadrigal_. Okay, so foundation favorites. These are foundations that I have been using for the past few months now, and I love them. They each are a little bit different, but we'll start off with the Oxygenetix foundation. I am like running so low on this, I need to order a new one. This is seriously one of the cleanest foundations I've seen. Like the ingredients that they use are specifically for like acne prone skin, and I don't even think there's one ingredient that will cause you to break out. It is a little bit pricey, but it blends in so beautifully. I was using this for the longest time. Obviously this is the second tube that I've gone through and I believe it's like $60, so that's why I'm kind of like holding off on ordering a new one. But at the end of the day, it is worth it. I think it goes on so naturally. I never have to wear a powder over it and it just looks so good, and it makes me feel really comfortable just knowing that I'm putting something on my skin that my skin truly is not gonna like break out with, because I'm a very acne prone girly, as we know, so we love her. Okay, in no specific order because I'm not really comparing these three at all, but number 2, if you know me, if you follow me, you know I am a big Kosas girly. I love my Kosas. She is perfect, she's beautiful, and so this foundation is like, if you put it on, you are gonna glow that day. I feel like anytime I wear this foundation, I like am radiating. It looks so good on my skin. I'm in the shade Light Cool 150. It blends out seamlessly, perfectly, and I just love the way it looks as like, it's like the perfect base. I love it. I will say I do think this one is a little bit more, like if your skin is oily, you're going to want to wear a powder with this, because when my skin was super oily before Accutane, I would wear a powder with this and it was okay. So yeah, this with the powder, specifically the Kosas powder, setting powder, she's perfect. And lastly, I totally forgot I had this. I bought this like a few months ago and then I found this like in my drawer and I was like, oh my gosh, why did I stop using this? This is a drugstore one. It's the Neutrogena Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation. I think when I was doing research on like foundations that were relatively clean for your skin, this is one that popped up. It's definitely not as clean as the Oxygenetix one, but I think for a drugstore, like this is a good alternative. It's what I'm wearing right now. I think it's just the perfect like everyday natural base. I don't put a powder over this. It just blends into my skin really well, and you can still see, maybe not on camera, but you can still see my marks underneath, but it just like blurs everything perfectly, which is enough for me. I think that like natural coverage is just so pretty. It has a dropper, which is really nice, and I think a little bit goes a long way. Like I feel like I just use a drop on my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin, and that's enough. And I really like this one. I think the price is great. I think the coverage is great if you like light coverage, and yeah, she is a great one. Okay, I like to use concealer on my under eyes for like a brightening effect, and I have a lot of favorite concealers right now. So not drugstore is the Kosas, the Too Faced, and the Saie Beauty one. All amazing. Kosas is super creamy. I feel like this one has gone viral so many times, and with good reason. I feel like sometimes under eyes can kind of get flaky, or like, you know what I mean? Like it kind of just like doesn't look good as hours pass, but this one looks so good. The Too Faced one is similar, but it is a little bit more thick. Like I feel like Kosas, when you put it on, it blends out really well and it doesn't feel super heavy. Too Faced feels a little bit heavy, but the coverage is a little bit heavier too. And then the Saie is kind of the same as the Kosas, just in that it's like great coverage, it feels super creamy, it blends in easily, and it doesn't feel too heavy. And I'm a big Maybelline Instant Age Rewind girly. I feel like this is a great like dupe, if you want to say. This is a great drugstore concealer. I love this so much. I just use this one whenever I kind of feel like there's no reason like not to use this. I just have had these, so I kind of just like reach for these. But this one is one that I've used for such a long time, and I definitely like will repurchase this. It's so good. And kind of the same idea. It's not really a concealer, more like a color corrector. I've been using this on days where I just want super natural makeup. I don't want my under eyes brightened, but I do want it to look a little bit like not, because sometimes they look really dark when I wake up. So this is the Exa pink color corrector because my under eyes kind of get blue. So with the pink, it just color corrects it and it just makes it like a neutral color. Exa Beauty, they are a clean makeup brand as well. Super, super nice. Basically like a pink concealer, and it blends in well, looks super natural. Okay, moving on. Contour. I kind of been using the same one for like a really long time, so if you watch my videos, this is like nothing new. Contour, I love my Fenty Beauty stick in the shade Amber. I am very cool tone. I'm super, super pale. This shade is like super close to like gray, I want to say. So it's just like the perfect non-orangey contour, and I feel like I went a really long time without like having the perfect shade of contour for my skin, and I don't know, it blends out so easily. I love a cream contour, and I honestly like have no reason to try and find a new one. I guess I could if I really want to, but Fenty Beauty stick, like, she never disappoints me. And then along with contour, I would kind of classify bronzer in there as well. And I don't use a lot of bronzer because I feel like it doesn't really look good on me. But when I do, when I use the Well People, this is their Superpowder bronzing powder in the shade Golden Hour. And if you didn't know, Well People's like sister companies with e.l.f. So they are a drugstore brand. I love Well People so much. I'm a big Well People girly. This is a great powder and I use it all the time. They're affordable, it looks good, and I love them. I love blush. I feel like my makeup looks like I love just putting on a good amount of blush, and I feel like I have so many blush favorites, so I'm just gonna have to keep this very small because if I bring one in, I'm gonna want to bring another one in. So I'm gonna pick two. I'll pick three. I'll pick a liquid, I'll pick a cream, and I'll pick a powder. If you watch my videos all the time, you already know what liquid one I'm gonna pick, but hold on, let's see. So for blushes, we'll start off with cream blushes. I really like these About Face Beauty blushes. They look like this. These are all pretty similar shades. They look like this, and I feel like they go on really well. They blend really easily, and I just use the brush that I always use to blend out my blushes. This is the e.l.f. Buffing Foundation Brush. If you haven't tried this before, just trust me. I think it's like $7. Use this to blend out your blush if you ever have a hard time. Every time I've recommended this brush to somebody, they always are like saying that it blends out so well. I think one time somebody told me that it didn't, so just try it. I love this brush. These blushes are super, super nice. They blend out really well. I wouldn't say they're like crazy pigmented like the Rare Beauty ones, but when you layer it, the pigment does come out really, really pretty, and I think it's perfect for a super natural look if you want it to look natural, or you blend more and layer it on top and then it can be a little bit more pigmented. Next, for powder blushes, I personally really like these Jones Road ones. These are in the this is in the shade Pop. It's so pretty, and I like to use powder blushes on top of liquid or cream blushes to just set it. This is like if I'm going out to dinner or something like where I really want to do my makeup, I will set my blush with a powder, and I usually reach for my Jones Road one. I have another shade in the shade Berry. They're just really pretty. They're very pigmented. They don't go on splotchy at all. I love them. And lastly, my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. I've had this for like a year now. I know this is probably expired by now. I'm sorry, but I'm not getting rid of it until I'm done. It's more about the color for me. Like, this color is just so perfect. I'm wearing that color right now. I feel like it just blends out so well. Like, a little bit goes a long way. I'm kid you not. I just use one dot and that's all I need. I think ever since I started using this has been one of my like go-to blushes. Next, we are gonna do highlights, and honestly, I would say I just have like two favorites right now. Charlotte Tilbury came out with new highlight powders though, like just recently, and I might have to go grab them because they looked really pretty. Anyway, this Saie Beauty in the shade Ref Rose is like the perfect glowy highlight. I don't know, I feel like it just makes me look like I'm shining like from within. I feel like it gives like such a pretty natural glow. It's in the shade Ref Rose. I know this is a limited time highlight because they did a collaboration with Reformation, but I am so grateful for this highlight. It's so beautiful and it doesn't look too metallic, which is something I don't like about some highlights. It's like it just really blends in so naturally. It looks so pretty on top of a blush because it just gives this like very natural and subtle glow that I love to wear on top of like any makeup look really. And Miss Rare, by the way, I got this in PR. I cannot believe that Rare Beauty sent me PR. I don't know. I like started tearing up because that was just like such a big deal, or it is such a big deal because I love Rare Beauty so much. I love this brand, and the fact that they recognized me and like sent me stuff is so special to me. But This is the only highlight that I've tried so far, and I already love it. This is in the shade Mesmerize, and I'm sure you guys have heard so many amazing things already, but it's perfect. I don't know. I feel like I don't have to say much about this because it's like, yeah, okay, we know already. I really do love this one. Next, let's do brows. I will only say one product for this one because this is the one product that I've been using and I'm like practically out of. I need to get a new one. This is the Refy brow gel. This one just locks my eyebrows into place and it doesn't get like white and like crispy, you know what I mean? It does kind of smell like glue. At least at first, when I first started using it, I was like, okay, am I putting on Elmer's glue? But it does go on really, really well. For eyeshadow, I'm not really big on eyeshadow because of the fact that like I'm not really good at it, but I really do like these. This is the Sephora brand eyeshadow. This is in the shade Choco Excess. So let me show you. So pretty. Really, really pigmented and nice and glittery, and I love a dark eyeshadow look. Also, these are kind of like multi-use for however you want to use them, but I use them for eyeshadow. These are the Milk Color Chalk. They're basically like just sticks of chalk. This is in the shade Hula Hoop, I think, and they're super easy to use. You just literally like swipe it on. So easy to use, and I feel like you could use this as like highlighter too, and just like wherever you want and just like blend it in. I really like these. For mascara, this one just deserves to have her own spot. I'm not going to even mention another one because this mascara I would compare to the other one, but this one is Clean Beauty. So I will just say that this one like wins automatically. This is the Tower 28 Makewaves mascara. This one is so perfect. I'm very specific and very picky about what mascaras I like to use because I don't like when it feels super heavy and my eyelashes like clump up. And this one is so great. It doesn't smear. I love the brush that comes with it. Yeah, just a few coats of this. This is so great. I like was so excited when I tried this because I was using the same mascara for like literally years, and this one is now my favorite. Okay, I love lip products. Blush and lips are like my favorite ever. I'm just gonna say 2 lip products for the sake of the video. Maybe I can go into detail like in a whole separate video of just specifically lip products because that's how much I love them. So I'll do 1 lip liner and 1 lip product. So lip liner, Rare Beauty in the shade Wise, is so beautiful. I feel like it's the perfect color. I've been really obsessed with like just like a dark lip. It is so creamy, and I feel like sometimes lip liners can kind of get stuck on my lip and then look really splotchy. This one goes on so smoothly. I like to pair it with this Glossier SwissMissBalm.com. It smells like hot chocolate, first of all. It's very sheer, but I think it's buildable in my opinion. But yeah, it's that perfect like transparent dark brown color. I think these two together are so pretty. But yeah, I think that kind of covers the basics of like my favorite makeup products right now. This video is super fun. Somebody gave me this idea and was like, you should do a like monthly favorites makeup video, and I was like, okay. I think this will be really cool to do each month and kind of see what changes throughout each month and what products I try and like what stick with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, all the products that I mentioned will be in the description box, and you can just click on it and it'll take you straight to the product site where you can purchase it. If you guys have any like monthly favorites, let me know and leave it in the comments because I love hearing other people's favorites and then going to Sephora and kind of trying it out and testing it myself. Yeah, I'm really happy to be doing this. I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day or night or morning whenever you're watching this, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok so we can talk a little bit more. I'm so active on both of them. It's so much fun to be able to connect with you. Our community has just been growing so much, and I've been able to meet so many sweet, like genuinely amazing people, and I'm so thankful that social media has brought you to me and brought me to you. So yeah, if you'd like to be part of that little community, don't forget to follow. I will see you guys soon. I love you. Bye.